One. Hello, this is Joe Sonona, and this is Coffee Talk with the Listing Pros in Real Estate Sonona Speak Seminars. And this week, my guest is Brandon Patterson. How are you, Brandon?
Good. How are you?
How's sunny Florida? Cape
Oh,
Coral, right?
great. Cape Coral, Florida. Here I am. We actually got a little bit of rain today, but that's usual here as well. And then the sun comes right back out. So,
And what is it, about 75, 80 degrees?
it's
Rain?
in the 60s today with some rain and clouds, but that sun will be out sooner than later.
I'll take it over 30-degree New York weather any day of the week. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
So a little bit about me. I'm actually 22. I've been in the business 3 years. Real estate was an interest that I had growing up, all through school. It was always kind of in the back of my mind, and I always wanted to invest in it. I never thought that I would sell it, or help people find homes for that matter. And that's kind of what it grew into for me. I met some mentors in my hometown that really had an impact on me, that were also in that business, as well as my father. He wasn't in the business, but he did buy rental properties. So I watched dad do that growing up. And honestly, growing up, I didn't have the greatest life. I mean, I did have a great life and good parents, but there's a lot of drugs and alcohol in my family. And, just rough patches through time that kind of molded me into the person I am today. Uh, but I've always wanted success for myself because no one else in the family had done much. There's a long list, and there's no really college degrees. Out of my siblings, there's no college degrees out of the four of us. And real estate with no college debt, that was a big thing for me. So leading up to me getting into real estate, like I said, I always had the interest in it. And high school, I had a personal finance class, and it got my gears really turning, about the college debt. And like I told you, I was really interested in the investment part of it. So the numbers really had me. And I started seeing the potential in real estate from my mentor. He sells 100 homes a year. His name's Jeff Matthias. I'll shout him out on here. Great guy. And he kind of took me under his wing, and I saw what he was doing in the community. And there was a couple of things he told me that always stuck with me. And one of them was the hog method. It was be honest, obey God, and be generous. And I've carried that in my business as well. So kind of getting hit from different angles. I kind of followed in Jeff's footsteps to get my real estate license directly out of high school. I worked my tail off at it, and I had multiple jobs during the classes. I was working at a country club, a golf course, and then that was early in high school. And then I was working at a Wendy's, and while I was at the Wendy's, I was working both those jobs, and then I went from graduation, I went to UPS, and that's how I started my business. I worked there part time in the morning from like 3 to 4 a.m. And then 9 a.m. it was grind time. I'm putting my dress shirt on because I'm going out, to prospect, to meet people. And that's what I did. I worked really hard until I was able to go full time in real estate, which it took me about a year and a half. So
How old were you when you started?
so I was 18 when I got my license.
Good for you.
18, and I like I said, I was at UPS too, and that was really my backbone that kind of carried me because I had the part-time income, low expenses, which new agents listening, if you're new in the business or you have a fresh start, keep your expenses low and you will be
Mhm.
way better off, because you there's months where it gets tough and you just got to persist. So but yeah, I went and got my license. Actually, failed my test the first time. Came back, and I didn't touch books for a week. I was kind of disappointed. But I think
Sure, that's what usually happens.
yeah, I think I actually overstudied myself. I tried to cram it all in too quick, and I think that caused some nervousness. But so I lay off the books for a week, and I come back. I pass with
Mhm.
flying colors,
Yeah.
and that was it right there. I started hustling from there on, and it's something I'll carry with me forever. I'll never do anything else.
Well,
And
you got humble beginnings for sure. You have very humble beginnings. Tell me, what is your secret sauce to listing real estate? Now, we met over the internet. We met on Instagram, and I was watching you list this house and this house and this house. And a lot of that catches my eye when I see producing agents on social media. But you seem to have a knack, and I want you to share with the audience your secret sauce to listing.
so I would say my secret, I guess, would be I walk into the appointment full of knowledge. I study that house, and for I mean, it depends on what I'm going into. If it's a for sale by owner, if it's an expired, whatever it is, and I'll dig into a little bit of for sale by owners because I really like that for new agents especially. But I go into that appointment with my presentation, and I keep it the same every time, so I know what I'm walking into and what I have to present to these customers and these clients. And another thing is your attitude going into that appointment and what your intentions are really plays a big part if you're going to get that listing or not, because you got to have that person's best intentions, and you got to care for them and show them that you're going to work hard for them. So that's what I would do, because I do care about every client, and I go into the appointment and I make sure that they know that. And I'm a hard worker, so I'm going to make sure you see that, and I'll show you ways of doing that, um, which would be whether it's me pushing on social media. Uh, you can call me anytime. I mean, you just got to show that you're ready to go, you're excited, you're fired up about this, and connect with the people. And that would be my secret. But actually going out and finding the business, because I think of it as now, future, and looking back, because you got to be on a swivel looking around. Um, but one of my favorite way to get listings is actually call for sale by owners, and then it spirals from there, because if you do a good job for them, you're going to get the referrals. But for new,
Do you use any special marketing technique for your listings besides social media, or do
um,
you just use social media?
mostly social media. I do, obviously we have the MLS, and that goes a long way in itself and reaches a lot of people and a lot of agents. So other than that, it really is a lot of social media. I think Facebook was my bread and butter, and you just have to be consistent. You got to post often, and you got to stay in front of people. One of my favorite words is omnipresence. It means all the way or everywhere, all the time. So, and
That's
that's
a
what,
powerful word.
yeah, that's what I ingrained in my mind is I got to be everywhere all the time. And you can blow up your Facebook feed, and Facebook is not, you're not going to see 10 posts in a row from Brandon. It's different people are going to see different posts. So I hammered that, and I
Mm.
enjoyed that. And videos are a great way, especially if you're putting your face out there. So that really helped, and really what built a lot of my listings up, like this past summer. I think I listed like 5 houses in a week, and I think that's what you were talking about. It was like boom, 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 boom every day.
It was like one after the other, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Whoa, this guy's on fire! I got to get him on the show. I got to see what he can lend to
oh,
others."
I just had a phone call, so it cut out.
I said, "This guy's on fire. He's got some sort of secret sauce. I got to get him on my show." I said, I was very interested in meeting you and seeing what kind of secrets you have, or so you have an omnipresence that goes out, and a good attitude when you go into the listing, right?
Yep.
You go in there with the intention of just getting it, right?
Because I know I have the best intentions for that person and I'm going to work the most
Mhm.
hard for them. I don't care if
Right,
it's 6 months in the business or 25 years. I'm going to work
right.
harder than anyone else in the market. That's just how it is. So, but that is very, uh, very powerful. Um,
What's
and
your advice for new people getting into the business, brand new
oh my, I'm getting
agents
another
getting into
call.
the business?
I got another call, so I missed that. I'm sorry.
No problem. What is your advice for new agents coming into the business?
So new agents coming
Now
in.
my phone is blowing up. Both of our phones are blowing up.
Um,
Two successful people right here on Coffee Talk, and this is not staged. This is like live. Boom, boom, boom. Let's keep going.
all right.
So, what is your success for or your piece of advice for new agents coming into the business? What
This
could
time,
you tell them?
this ties in with what we were just talking about, taking action, honestly. And I know I've been there, and it's you get a little, you want to get on the phone, and you're like, you have fear, and you got to brush that off and get through it because once you get going and build the momentum, like fear, what's that? I'm not afraid to talk on the phone, and that's number one. I would say is take action.
Well, a lot of agents don't know how to speak on the phone, period, because they never went to any type of school that taught them phone skills. You know, you're 22, I'm 52, right? And I can tell you that a lot of business classes don't teach phone skills. So, yeah, that's a great piece of advice for new agents. Learn your phone skills and not to be afraid of the phone. A lot of them do this all day long, so they don't even know how
With
to use the
voice,
phone.
you have to make deals. You're going to have to be voice to voice, and that's just how it is. And that's how we're never going to be replaced as agents, is because we're here and we're helping people. Um,
Amen.
but taking action, and what else was I going to say? I had something else. It was
Oh, glad I'm glad it doesn't just happen to me.
yeah, miles an hour. Uh, but
Well, your advice to new agents, I'll get you back on track. Your advice to new agents is to make those relationships, talk on the phone, not be fearful. What
and
else can you tell a new agent coming into the business for the first time?
well, here's a cure to talking on the phone. Do it. And if you call, this is why the for sale by owners were one of my favorite prospects as a new agent, because how do you come into this business and you're calling Uncle Ricky and Susan down the street that's been a family friend. Hey, I'm in real estate, and they might not be ready to make a move for 5 years, 3 years, and a live prospect with a sign in the yard and they're ready to go. So right there, I mean, that's going to get you experience. And then just talking to people over and over and over again, you're going to build that I can do it, and you're going to feel better about it, and it's going to make it easier and easier every time you make the dial.
And what advice would you offer to somebody, if you could, to somebody who is older in the business? Because
Older.
you've been in the business now, what, 4 years?
Three. Yeah.
3 years, going on four. But you deal with a lot of people on the outside. So what advice would you offer older agents, seasoned agents?
So seasoned agents, one thing I noticed, at least in my home office, they just I've had even older agents tell me, "Oh, I don't need a Facebook. I don't need social media." And this goes back to the number one thing we talked about, the omnipresence. If you want to grow your business bigger and stronger, you got to have that presence, and it's free. You're making a mistake, I think, if you don't have it, and that's just because I've seen my business prosper just from that, and I can prove it's from that because I've had numerous messages over the past few years. Hey, Brandon, I see you're in real estate on Facebook. I'm looking to buy a house, or hey, I'm looking to list my house. And I've gotten the message so many times over and over again, or hey, you sold my uncle's house, and well, that uncle happened to come from Facebook. And you're missing business opportunities on social media platforms, and that's not just Facebook. I'm saying Instagram, Facebook. For me, Facebook was stronger and better because it was a more community kind of. There's more people there than what my Instagram following is. My Instagram following is a lot of younger people, but I still would get business from that as well. Even Snapchat, I would post on Snapchat, and I get business from Snapchat.
Do you use TikTok?
I do have a TikTok, but I never used it for my business.
No. A lot of people saying to me these days that, I should get into TikTok and Snapchat. And I'm sitting there going, oh my God, I'm an older, agent in the business, but I've used Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. I wanted to start tapping into YouTube as well and getting that going. What is the consumer really looking for today in an agent?
I think that any consumer, if you show up and you're ready to take care of them and work hard for them, and you can portray that through your actions and words and actually produce the activity for them, I believe that you will do deals.
Good answer. Good answer. Tell me, out of all the fiduciary duties that we hold dear to our consumers, whether it's a client, whether it's a customer, someone we are selling to, someone we're selling listings to, and this is a listing show, um, I always bring this up to my guests, and my guests always pick one. And I know they're all important, but if you had to pick one of the fiduciary duties, of old car as an acronym: obedience, loyalty, disclosure, confidentiality, accountability, and or reasonable care, which one would you, Brandon Patterson, pick and why?
I think I'm going to go with accountability on that one. Um, just because when you say something, you should do it. And that's going to carry a long way in your business because people are going to talk about that. And I think if you're there and you're accountable and you do it, then you're going to build your business.
Any market predictions for 2021?
You know what I
What do
think?
you think? What do
I
you
think
think?
to be going strong, especially here in Florida where I'm at. Um, and here, like there's an average to 1,000 to 1,100 people coming in here per day, and new constructions here, it's just booming. You can't drive 5 minutes down the road without seeing a new house being built.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see it carry into this year. I don't know if we're going to see a bubble. I'm not sure. Anything could
It's an
happen, but
honest answer.
from what I've seen, though, I think it's going to carry out and be a strong year.
And as COVID hopefully subsides and there's vaccinations going on everywhere, I think the market's going to turn around stronger. And I think that the normalcy will return to people and there'll be an economic boom. So I want to wish you just about every success that I can wish a person on Coffee Talk. I think you're going to kill it in Florida as your career booms, and you're going to really, really get going with everything that you plan out for 2021. I
I'm,
want to thank you for being on the show.
yeah.
Any last minute thoughts?
What was that?
I said, any last minute thoughts?
No, that's about it. And I really appreciate you having me. It was nice talking to you, and I'm glad I could share. And agents, if you want to DM me, ask me questions anytime.
What's your handle on Instagram?
My handle on Instagram is Brandon4449. So you can look me up, DM me. I'll be sure to answer you.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you very much for being on the show. This is Joe Sonona with Sonona Speaks Seminars, and this has been another interesting talk with Brandon Patterson this week on Coffee Talk with the Listing Pros in Real Estate. Stay tuned for more and more exciting agents as we bring you an exciting new year for real estate agents out there who are willing to get into the business and learn a little bit more for those of you who have been in the real estate business or just for the consumers tuning in. Thanks again, Brandon.
Thank you.